Okay, so let's cover one of the most important Excel functions in all of Excel, the VLOOKUP. Important Excel functions in Excel. Okay, so what are we doing? So let's say we have information on two different spreadsheets and we need to bring it together. So in this scenario, I have the Washington Redskins football roster here, and we have the numbers, the names, the weights, the ages, etc. of the players on the team. On this other spreadsheet, I have the numbers of the Redskins players and then their position. And you'll notice here that the position is absent. So what we'd like to do is add the position to this spreadsheet, join this data together so that for Dustin Hopkins, we can add his position, et cetera, et cetera. Kirk Cousins, we can add his position. Now, how would we do this? Like looking at the data, I would say, okay, well, if I'm looking for, player number 2, he's got his jersey number is 2. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to say, okay, where is jersey 2? I could sort. Where is he? I'm going to look, try to find him. Oh no, next. It's annoying. I could sort this data by number and cheat a little bit, but you could imagine that if we had lots of data, that wouldn't always be, one, not always possible, and two, maybe not convenient. But so in this example, we're going to use the VLOOKUP to go ahead and get this information. Also, probably worth pointing out is many times you won't have the exact same number of elements in each list. So what if this list over here were every team's numbers and positions, for example? Although then that would make it pretty hard to do the lookup, but neither here nor there. So VLOOKUP. First thing we're going to type is equals and start typing VLOOKUP and then tab. So first argument is the lookup value. So what are we using to join these two spreadsheets together? Well, we could use a number of fields, but for this example, let's use the actual jersey number, because each player, no number should repeat in theory on a football team. So I'm going to select that and then hit comma. So this is the number. We're going to go look for this number in the other table. Now I'm going to navigate over to my other table, and it's telling me to select my table array. So I'm going to select the entire table and then hit comma. So at this point I've said, okay, I'm looking for this number in this table. Now column index number is the third argument. Excel starts counting at 1, whereas most programming languages are 0 based. So Excel is going to say, okay, the first column is column 1, the second column is column 2, third column is column 3. If that makes sense to you, perfect. So in our case, we're looking up the number, which is the leftmost column, and we want to return the number with the position, which is the second column. So I'm just going to put in 2, then comma. Finally, there's this one optional argument, range lookup, and you can select true for approximate match or false for exact match. I would suggest always choosing false. So false means give me exact matches. Then I close the paren and I hit enter. At this point, we've brought the positions over for these players we've done a VLOOKUP based on the number. That was our lookup value. Look for their number in this spreadsheet, and then return the second column inside of this table. So 1, 2, return that position number, and bring us exact matches only. So last keyword is false, and we've now brought the positions over into this table using the VLOOKUP function.